Peace. Peace and awareness. This is Chad Wolf. You know, I need to start doing my shit more, a little more. Letting y'all know when I'm finna go live. I know I can't do that shit, but I be lazy and shit. I always do that shit like I just didn't take my classes. I'm so used to doing this shit like shit. Man, ain't nobody like that last live, man. When y'all get in here, man, y'all gotta hit a like. I gotta comment on my shit. I get the comments and shit. I get the trolls, I get the troopers. You know what I'm saying? The supporters. I get that, man. I appreciate that. I put my shit on the algorithm by liking that shit, man. I'm gonna start having to really like start smacking motherfuckers. No, I'm talking shit. I'm finna be doing more videos about, you know, like this job shit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with working. You know what I'm saying? Let me have a disclaimer. This is all my fiction thoughts. My experience and my opinions. Opinions and facts is different. Facts is documented with paperwork and this and that, you know, for YouTube purposes. And also a disclaimer about having a job. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm at a job right now. Like, I'm just sitting out here waiting. But also, I'm gonna express myself, you know, on the camera and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I pour this water up. Make sure this drink. Oh man, my shit did. So yeah, in this live, the job versus the mind. The mind is a creation. The mind is everything. You know, the mind. I be sitting when I work, I be to myself. But some people think when you quiet into yourself, or whatever they think, they can think you a police, you working for somebody else, because I be doing so good at what I do. And when I mess up, I talked about this yesterday in the live, where people use your fuck ups as, you know, a weapon. Like, oh yeah, you fucking up again, waiting on you to fuck up every day. You ain't gotta. I ain't fucked up. You ain't gotta fuck up some shit in months. Motherfucker be projecting insecurities onto you. But see, what I do, I naturally project my thoughts. Our thoughts is, you know, everyday life. And anything we thinking, you know what I'm saying, is powerful. Anything. Grand Rising, something on. And by the way, I don't say Grand Rising. I've been saying Grand Rising for a few years, and I don't be on Facebook. I ain't one of them, because I be seeing people be saying when people say Grand Rising is, you know, and I get it though. They be like, everybody ain't serious, but people will tell me like, yeah, you one of the ones, you serious what you do because you been doing this shit. But yeah, anyway, and we can use that as an example. I say it at work. I'm not faking this shit on the internet and then go up in here when they say good morning. I'll be like, good morning. I'm not. I tell them the same thing. Or hey, I say Grand Rising, or hey, because some people will be asking a question like, what you mean by Grand Rising? And so if I feel like I ain't got no time to explain, I ain't go explain. I might say hi, or I'ma still say Grand Rising. I'm staying on what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? Oprah Winfrey, you. Do you speak English? Hell no, you ain't speaking English. You an outsider. Or I don't know, you were trying to be funny or some shit, but yeah. So people project what they project, you know what I'm saying, onto you, what they projected from their mind. I could take notes watching a video, you know, listening to a video, because I gotta watch the work I'm doing, of course. And I be projecting what I'm feeling to people. And what do I be feeling? I be feeling good about myself. But somebody else might project their insecurities or something that they going through. And I can do this too, though. Don't get me wrong. If I'm in a low state, and sometimes if I'm in a low state, sometimes I don't want to say shit. It could just be on my facial, especially my oral field and everything. And everybody can't do that. Like express themselves with, you know, like without having angers and shit. Like I gotta call my girl and shit. I'm gonna do that in a minute though. Yeah, I'm the avatar. Shout out to Old School Tonic Band, bro. You up? Yeah. First shift gang, second shift gang, third shift gang. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, people will express themselves through what they feel in their mind. And I'm not talking about like on some, because sometimes you got to convert energy too when you're going through something. So that way there you don't, you know, hinder your own energy and hinder somebody else. Even though, you know, we shouldn't be that weak. But sometimes you never know what, we in a vessel and we have energies and shit we dealing with. And people be like going through shit, but they never really can't express it because they always told to hide your feelings. Hide this and hide that. It's really like for brothers and shit, but it can pertain to sisters too. It can pertain to any human being, like, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes if a person express themselves, it could be some wicked shit. It could be some wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? Ultimate 7, The Black Gate is a great PC game. I'm on a PlayStation 3. I don't play the PC games. But I'm PlayStation 3. I think I said 3. PlayStation 5, I mean. But yeah, our mind is everything. Our mind is worth way more than just having a job where you get your energy, your thoughts. You because I can write down some shit and realize like, damn, I need to be doing this every day when I'm at work, because I'm giving 8 hours, and if I'm not taking no time out to write shit down, no ideas, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's the smallest shit in life that you got to do, it ain't even got to be pertaining to nothing. But it should be pertaining to something, but it also can be pertaining to do with your daily routines, or not your daily routines, or that too, anything like schedules, what you need to do, because we'll fuck around and forget some shit that we need to be doing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be forgetting some shit that we need to do. And this is why you always gotta have a boundary between time with the job and time with yourself. Meaning, like, you gotta really be like don't quit your job and be like, okay, now I'm gonna just do this. Cause sometimes you be wanting to do that. I know I be wanting to do this shit, but I know, like, nah, I ain't ready yet. You gotta really be stable enough to just be like, okay, it's time to go to the next level. But we gotta have boundaries and shit. Like, we gotta take time to write out ideas while we at work, while we at our job. I don't care. Like, take notes in your phone, take notes, have a notebook and pad, depending where you at, like wherever you working at, medical field, retail, whatever. You can keep your notes and shit, and then write them down in another, and write them down in another area. But it's another thing, like the mind also, it's like you can be talking to, as we say, God. We could be talking to God sitting in a job, ancestors. And sometimes the ancestors can be even your own creation, you know. But you don't want to be talking to never all the ancestors. Like some of them ancestors wicked as fuck. You got a few wicked ancestors that, you know, we ain't calling on them. But I'm just saying though, like, it's the real shit. Like, we got a natural mechanism, like a natural thing in us and shit. And I feel like it don't matter what age you is neither. But at a certain age, if you so much gave we gave our life, like I've been working for a decade and shit, but I still got like my own thoughts. I still got my own creativity inside of me and shit. But this is why also certain people, they have it and they can project the shit that they didn't do or wanted to do and didn't do it right or some shit. Cause me, I'm like, I'll take my L's and be like, all right, I'm gonna try again another time, or I'm gonna do something else. But I'm not gonna project my shit onto somebody else and be like, oh, you don't, but you know, like hating on somebody working the same job you working. Like I be seeing this shit and I be like, and they not gonna say it in the hate. They not. It's not like pure hate. Like, oh man, you like with the face. It could be a smiley conversation, but it can be like a projection of, oh, you don't belong here. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. But the whole time, you're not even telling what you really doing. You just like working in the building, doing what you got to do for the moment. And you can take that as fuel in a good way too. Don't be like, yeah, you know, I don't belong here. But if you already know that, it's like, why this person telling me what I should be doing or should be doing? Like, what about yourself? Or is it just projection on how you feeling it from the inside? Like, yeah, I get it. Like, I joke and laugh, but I don't joke and laugh all fucking day, knowing like this not where I really want to be. So I'm not about to just joke and laugh all day and not have no type of creation and just sitting there, just a waste of space for real. Sometimes we could become people become a waste of space in reality and shit. Appreciate you, Oxygen. Not Oxygen. Now I ain't got my glasses on. That shit looked like it said Oxygen. Appreciate that though. Yeah, give me some likes, subscribe, comments, and if not, I'm coming to extort y'all motherfucking ass. Now I'm talking shit. You know, never be like, I can't tell people what to do because everybody different, but never be like no person that hates somebody because they got a mind for their own. And like me, I'm not labeled no ADHD, no, I ain't got nothing on my biography or none of this shit. But I can say like certain people with the same title, they think normal. We think just alike, but they got the shit labeled with them, and I'm unlabeled. And this is the power of the mind. It's like the mind can like play tricks and shit. If I'm saying that shit right, like basically, you can trick yourself into some shit, or somebody can trick you into doing some shit. Like, cause parents is more than likely the reason why somebody would have a title ADHD and shit, going to the doctors and shit, and prescribing them medicine because they didn't know. Ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ignorant at a certain point in their life. Not no knock to the parents, but another person, parent, and more than likely it'd be the dad, because I have my pops in my life, and I'll be looking at somebody with ADHD. I'll be like, they could probably know they pops too, but it's like, how in the hell did? But certain parents is different too, though. Certain fathers is different, especially as a black man in America. You gotta be on point. You know, I ain't got no things with, you know, against nobody who Caucasian or whatever, but statistics show like they would be more linear towards them versus with us. We gotta take the shit. And that made us even more stronger. Knowing the history that been hidden from us, and we forced to do this labor shit now. But we also gotta realize, like, just 5 men alone, with the women and children on the outside doing their thing, 5 men, man, we made to build. We naturally can put shit together. We naturally can put shit together. I'm gonna get to that comment about the lawyers. They have money for lawyers. Because we gotta know this. The natural law, even though this ain't the original meaning of law, but I just found this out like on some land, air, water. Essential things that's naturally given to us by birthright and everything. So the money today that they have for lawyers is a debt. But hold on, let me go back because I almost forgot my train of thought. Damn, there it is. Forget my train of thought. I forgot that train of thought. So let me get it to that point, and it might come back. Oh yeah, because we got man, we got. How the hell is this little ass bug in here? We got man, a few men. A man himself can build. We naturally got a natural mechanism, even women too. And because, by the way, a woman can power up a man. She can power up a man to do some shit, or she can take away a man's power. That's how powerful a woman is, by spirit. We don't really, like, okay, for instance, they got money for lawyers, they got money for guns, they got money for all this shit. But we got to remember, these things are made concepts and shit. Lawyers and shit, they are made concepts. Some of these concepts is made unnaturally, and some of them are already organically been here. But it's not like they using it for good. They using it to hinder the people of the land who have birthright. Now, like, we got potholes in the street, houses and shit that's either went vacant, land vacant, and it's just land sitting there. While you got the people around, you know. But guess what we doing? We getting up, we getting prepared. We getting prepared to go to a place. We don't get paid to get prepared to come to the place that want us prepared for the place. That's a scam right there. I don't get paid to wake up. I don't get paid from jump at the time I wake up. We punch the clock really at the house that we rent. We paying the money renting where we renting at. And then we gotta prepare the food or already have it. And we don't get paid for none of this. We don't get paid preparation to go to the job that we have to be prepared for. Because if you do some shit, you fuck up some shit, that's gonna count against you. But on your way here, it's your responsibility to be here. But some people will be like, there's not enough money in the world for that, and then they have us thinking that scarcity, like it's not enough for this and that. But the whole time, money is unlimited. Money is energy. That's why they call it currency. Currency is what? It's current water flow, current, electricity. And when you look at the word water, water is spelled W-A-T. Leave the rest out. Watts. W-A-T-T-S. Watts, electricity. This is why Bitcoin, digital money. Digital is ran through what? It's ran through electric. You know what I'm saying? So we got all these potholes and all this shit. So let's say we'll go to house. I ain't even gonna give. This is the plan. We'll go on Facebook because I don't use Facebook. Because if we do a word of mouth, it really be some low key shit. Let that sink in. You go from Facebook and be like, send out a message and shit, or be in a group. And this is public on a public platform. That's not our shit. And we be like, okay, we need about 10 brothers who willing to, who have the concept of thoughts or skill sets to put out some tar, put out cement on the streets. And we go do it on this street one day, we go do it on this street another day, and then it's be 3 days in a row. I mean 3 days, yeah, 3 days in a row, or 3 days throughout the week, and then another week, and then another week throughout the month. Just 3 days throughout that, or 9 days throughout that month. And guess who will come through having a problem? The government, or a government official. You will have somebody who look regular just like you, but they not regular. They are bot. They are sheep, or they are agent of, you know, they are agent and shit. So they will have a problem, and they will call the officials, the you know, somebody, and try to ticket the people who putting in work. But y'all leaving us hanging, but y'all won't leave the community that looks like you hanging. Or, you know, and the trick behind that is that when they find out, some of these white people find out that they got the same blood type, you got the same blood type as me, you got the same blood type as a lot of black people. Yeah, you see, they don't be, see, but that's a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Blood type, you know what I'm saying? And we'd be doing it, fixing up shit, putting shit together, building a mansion and shit, building mansions. Just out of nowhere, they will come and take that shit, knock that shit down. They either take that shit and put their name on it, because they'd be like, oh, you didn't, the proper paperwork, you're not documented right, you didn't do this right. Try to seize your land, try to seize the land that we established by birthright, that we naturally got. We got a natural mechanism. It's not hard to draw out some shit, make a circle, make a square, make dimensional, a cube, make a pyramid, a diamond. That's what we made up of these elements, bro. We made up of these shapes. So they make it, they like want us to be like, oh, you're an incel. You don't know shit. You need this knowledge. You need to go to this. We can. Hell, I can use a little bit of that, but that little bit, I'm gonna do it as I'm learning. That's what the whole purpose that they have us at a job. You learn as you go. But they want us to get a certificate for a year doing this, and you learning from a paper. They want us to learn from a paper, a video. And back then, though, it was different. That's why they changed it up now. Like, you learning by experience, you getting paid while you training. It's not, I don't think it's like that everywhere. It's like that in some cases, like a truck driver. But we talking about shit on the land. We talking about work on the land, construction. Really, it should be structured. Because the word con, the root word of con sound like it's, I gotta look up the root word, but you know, like a con man and all this and that. But I think it's two sides of the word con. Like K-H-A-N, you know, like on some, it's a spiritual word. So construction should be the one, you know, like construct, like just, and then gaining the knowledge on how to put electric, making lights out of material. I know it's not that fucking hard. If I Google that shit, I know, because you know, and they got this shit set up to where they got shit information. They constantly hiding information. They constantly hiding information on Google for years. Like it's a war on information. That's why they said we in the information age. We in the Aquarian age and shit. And the Aquarian age is the age of information. So they hide information from us. I seen some shit like where my social security number is connected to JP Morgan. I can't find that shit no more. But and then years later, now we see like the name JP Morgan and all this, and I'm like, yeah, this shit crazy. How like it make it look like you tripping. Like I remember it was a video of a UFO. It was a bomb that was like they was dropping a bomb, or it was a rocket or some shit. But like a spaceship was right there. I forgot if it was big, if it was just like, yeah, it was far distance. Y'all know the far distance ones. And it was like sitting there, and whatever how the fucking shit went, it said, and then when it stopped, they stopped it, and then went and dropped in the water and shit. Unless that was some government shit too, but I don't know. But they got all the they got this shit to hide information on how to do things though. You know where I'm getting at. Hide information, hide shit, put shit in it, you know, of course the FBI files and shit. You know what I'm saying? Put the shit in files and shit. Shout out to Raw Beast Copper. Appreciate you. For sure. Boston Bill. Good looking out, Boston Bill. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What up? What up? What it say? I don't get that. What it say? It said, I don't be knowing what that shit mean. I don't know if it's, I gotta look that up. Them little things and shit on the behind the. I do not know what that shit mean. But appreciate the love though. Appreciate the support. I'm finna get up out of here though. I had to just get this off my mind though. You know what I'm saying? I can go on and on, like for real, like word of mouth is, you know, the best thing we can do, because the people, it's like we gotta know the people. We gotta know if you free from sorority groups. You not in no sorority group. You not in no you're not bound by no gang, because something, you know, everything has changed from back then. Gangs back then was tribes, and tribes was of the people of the land and shit, man. Shout out to Rod Hayes, man, because I've been thinking about this shit. Certain shit I didn't watch in the movie, but I feel it in my soul. Like for instance, the crack epidemic. They didn't even show in the movie. I don't know if they showed some shit in the movie, but I bet you how they be like, I ain't make a gun to make you to do this. I bet you they did though. I bet they put a gun to a black person like, if you don't smoke this, I'm gonna blow your nigger ass away. I bet you. I bet you it was like that. And then also, I bet they promised when they put the drugs, when they gave the drugs, because I just thought about this shit watching some shit with Rod Hayes and Young Elder. The recent lecture, like he said something about like how they put the drugs out there and stuff. And I'm like, I bet you they put the drugs, put something out there, and they didn't know the law, because the law be trapping us and shit. So they put some shit out there and be like, oh yeah, a crooked motherfucker and a black person hungry and shit. Of course, you like, damn, okay. And then all of a sudden you do the shit, then they be like, you just broke the law. You be like, they like, I broke the law. You just gave me this. I didn't give you shit. This the people. I'm up out of here though, because I can go in on that shit though. Call my girl for she get to whooping my ass. Love y'all. See y'all the next time. Peace.